All right, guys, I promised you I'd be back, and here I am. I am back. And for this part two, we're going to hit the trail. We're just going to not sit on the bench and worry about stuff. Uh, I mean, because at the end of the day, if you sit around and worry about shit all day, you're just kind of wasting time, right? So let's get on the trail and let's talk about this a little further. Time I'm using the good old YouTube app. So when you do come in here, give me a thumbs up on the video and give me a like in the chat. Let me know if you see me and hear me. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up in the chat. So if you're just getting in here, 2 thumbs up for seeing me and hear me. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the trail a little bit. And we'll talk about this together because now I can see the chat on the screen. So let me know, again, if you can see me and hear me. I'm all rucked up. I'm ready to rock. We can talk some more about DJI, and now I can see your questions. So if you guys have questions about anything or you want to just vent about this whole situation, I'm here to listen to you. It's all about us. So let's get this part of the chat going, shall we? I feel like I need the bottom section of this ruck. I do have some stuff loaded in there. Let me know in the chat if you guys do any ruck at all. Kind of a good thing to do to get in shape, and it's a little later in the evening now, so I'm enjoying the cooler temperatures right now because earlier it was stankin' ass hot. That's what we say in the South. Stankin' ass hot. But hopefully this fancy DJI mic I have plugged in here is working pretty good, and I'm going to try to hold on to that because, like we all know, next year might be impossible to attain one. This is the mic 2. I had mic 1 and not a big fan of it, but mic 2 had some nice changes on it. All right, Shooter FPV says, all good. This situation is totally messed up. I agree, it is totally messed up. But, I mean, what are we going to do about it? There's nothing we can really do about it. That's the thing. Whatever comes out of DC is pretty much what's going to happen in DC. And there's going to be this comment window like we talked about, but there's not going to be a whole bunch that you guys can say or do that's going to sway anybody, especially in that committee that we saw from Homeland Security Committee on Monday or Tuesday. From that meeting, it was pretty apparent what's going to happen. So I don't want to I don't want to blow any rainbow smoke your direction and make you think that DJI is still going to be around 5-6 months from now. So I want you to be prepared. I want you to make a plan. If you have DJI stuff, I would suggest right now getting your shit together. Get your extra batteries, because I think the batteries are going to be on the ban list. So if they're not on the ban list, great, still get them. That's great. But get your shit together, and 5 months from now, when that all goes down, you'll be ready for that. So if you're not, then you're going to have something sitting there that you can't use. So it's all about trade and commerce right now, and we're at the mercy of that. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this pack. This is a mid-sized assault pack. It's Eberly stock. Kind of hard to show you guys, but I did a review on this one a while back. They are actually, we're gonna work with Everly to design a drone pack specifically for FPV drones. So that'd be pretty cool. So we're gonna just give them some feedback, and who knows when. That'll be a while for that comes out, but you can retrofit these packs to pretty much carry anything. Got tons of molly on the outside. You could hang, you you can make it your awesome uh, baby bag if you wanted to. Put all your baby bottles in there, whatever you want, man. Might be some of y'all's dream girl walking around with the instead of a baby bag, she got an assault kit, an assault pack. Military wife. That's how they roll. They got the 30 round mags over here on this side, and they got the baby bottles on this side, ready for anything. So how you guys doing after? I don't know if you caught part one, but you should go back and watch part one, because part one was pretty revealing about the investigation from DJI into DJI for the next 30 days. There's a 21-day public comment federal registry that you can go to and register. GF says, good, ban all the TCOM ISR devices. Yeah. So here's the next part of that, which I didn't mention in the first stream. So past January 2026, right? After that, all the rest of the Chinese companies are in line for having to pass a federal assessment. So, and that may include companies like Beta FPV, one of our favorites, Gap RC. We'll see about that. To be able to maybe enter into the country for sale. So and that is going to be through 2027 that they're looking at putting this into place. So that at 2026, pretty much 12 months, right? At the beginning of 2026, when DJI is likely, and right now it would be a fucking Christmas miracle if DJI is still legal to be sold in 2026. Now, there is maybe some silver lining to this whole thing, right? And here's the silver lining that could possibly be, could happen. Okay, this is a best case scenario. Okay, best case scenario is after this 30-day investigation, maybe what we see is maybe there's a higher tariff, which who the hell wants higher tariffs on anything right now, right? We already have 50% tariff. So you'd be adding to that, right? But if there was a higher tariff, say it was 25% more, right? At that point, you'd be at 75% tariff, right? Even if they only added 25% on top of the 50% tariff as of the federal assessment and investigation. Then for a $1,000 drone, you're paying a lot more, but you could still get it, right? So if that was the best drone on the planet, and you had to pay essentially $750 more, right? Would you do that? Let me know in the chat what you think about paying quite a bit extra tariff for DJI stuff. I mean, as far as their goggles are concerned, if my goggles 3 died and stopped working, I would probably really want another pair of those goggles, because I have O4s, right? And it would suck not to have those goggles. But that would be my only option, unless I could find some on eBay that are probably $1,500. So if there's no more FCC grants, licensing available for commerce for DJI, that means no more DJI. Shooter says, I've been flying drones for 10 years. I never thought it would come to this. It's been a slow trickle effect over the past 10 years. It's been one news item after another. And after DJI got banned from federal use back in 2017, that's when it started to get sketchy. But I've been around this industry for a long, long time, and told you guys a long time ago that, you know, you guys, a lot of you guys might not even have been on this channel back then, but there was a day when the news came that little thumbnail videos and clips and thumbnail images came back to PRC from DJI's app and software. So, I mean, immediately when I saw that happen, I didn't personally like that. I thought that was like not cool. But I knew who really was going to think it was not cool was servicemen, uh, people in the military, because I mean, at the time, people were using a lot of those things for recon, right? Just to be able to go up over the next hill and be able to see if anybody's coming, and sometimes adding FLIR on them. Back in those days, little FLIR camera setups on the Phantoms. A lot of servicemen using them back in those days, and it was totally fine because there was a time when it wasn't doing that. It wasn't sending images and video back to the servers in China. So that created the first little sprinkling of distrust, and people don't like that, right? Like I don't like that as a civilian. You know, I don't want my images and videos being sent back to a foreign government. And I have no proof that it was sent back to the government of China itself. Like, it was sent back to DJI servers. But people have suspicions, right? And so here we are in the woods, rucking. It's a lot cooler down underneath this canopy. You can get a lot further with a little bit of shade. Get a good 10-mile hike in. So where are you guys tuning in from today? Appreciate the thumbs up on the video. Helps the algorithm. Because you know how YouTube be hating on FPV videos. Thanks a lot, Ukraine. Someone said recently in the comments on the one of the news videos, thanks to Ukraine. Shooter FPV says the weather here is breaking. That's good. Northeast, maybe you'll get some a hike in this weekend. Awesome. Rhode Island, nice. Yeah, hopefully you guys are not getting too flooded out up there. Hopefully your neighborhood's not been affected by the floods. Still working with a P3 Advanced. No way to get that video images sent back. Let's be real. Greenville, North Carolina, in the house. Hell yeah. Appreciate that, Skyward Bound. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. For years, that's awesome. It's just one of those things. No matter what drama or news or whatever else comes up, I just keep keeping on. And no one has ever stopped me from doing this channel. They've tried. They've tried to discredit me, call me a shill. They've tried to get these social media smear campaigns after me. I'm sure there's some foreign countries that are probably targeted our channel with bots and everything else. And every time I post a video, I notice that there's something happening on the likes. If you watch the likes, you'll see them. It'll be like 2 likes, 3 likes, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and it keeps doing that up and down for the first like hour. So someone's trying to push down our ratings on the channel, trying to push our squash our videos down by targeting the videos like that. So I see you, whoever you are doing that. We all have a good idea of who that is. I don't have to say who it is. I'm heating up now. Good little bit of hiking going in. But yeah, a lot of channels like this, a lot of channels get that sort of external sphere of influence. They try to make some fake comments, fake negative comments, and try to discredit like maybe what someone's saying in the video. And it's going to get better all the time now because AI bots are able to, look at a video's content entirely and then comment negatively on that. So some pretty slick shit, right? But that's affecting the YouTube algorithm for a lot of really good videos. And unfortunately, like probably a lot of American videos are just targeted like that, try to bring our economy down. But best thing you guys can do on your favorite channels is just like it. Like I like a lot more videos now than when I used to, just because I'm trying to support the channel. And hell, one of the reasons I'm out here with the Ruck today is because I got inspired this morning. I pulled up my guy's YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys listen to Jelly Roll, but I pulled up Jelly's channel this morning, and my man hiked to the top of Mount Pigsma. Pigsma, how do you say that? Right out here in Oregon. And some of those guys are hiking up to that peak with carrying a boulder on their shoulder the whole way up. So hell yeah, you got to give some props out to him for doing that. That man used to weigh over 500 pounds. So he was recently on Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel was asking him like, how much weight have you lost? Because like you're looking really good. You've lost a lot of weight. And he said, I think I've lost at least one Jimmy Kimmel. That's freaking awesome. So yeah, man, just get out there. Get out there. Start walking, hiking, riding your bike. Do something outside that gets you outside the house, right? That's one of the reasons that we fly, is to get out, get outside, right? Get outside the house, especially if you just broke up with your girlfriend. Don't buy a new TV. Fuck the TV. Don't go to Best Buy and spend a couple grand on a sick TV and a PlayStation 5. Get yourself a nice new pack. Get some nice hiking shoes and put your body back together. Stand up, walk for it. Now, one of my goals is to be able to just do a slow jog with these rucks on, loaded up. I want to load it up as much as I can get it and be able to do at least a slow jog for more than half of my distance. That would be a big goal. Yeah, absolutely. Hikes help. It's mental health for sure. And just like fresh air and cardio for your body is freaking awesome. Super good for cardio. And that's one of the things that keeps us alive. So if you keep that muscle right here healthy, then you got a good chance of surviving this shit, right? Yeah, Shooter FPV say musically not much a fan of his, but he's really inspiring. He is, man, for sure. Howdy, folks. I like your shirt. It's a good one. It's family hiking right there. Guy had a Dead and Friends t-shirt on. I know I'm a Dead fan. Don't hold it against me. I like all kinds of music, man. Jelly Roll. I mean, pretty much like all you guys. Like we everybody's pretty diverse these days. Like I had a friend I remember in my 20s. She was a surfer friend of mine. She's like, I only listen to punk rock. People were like that, like back in high school. But I like all kinds of stuff: punk, ska, reggae, some country, or whatever. Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm sweating now. I've only been walking for like 20 minutes or so since I started the stream. Already starting to break a sweat. That's good. Because put that pack on and walk, and you're gonna get more workout than you would if you just walk with nothing on. That weight like loads you down. It's almost doubling your workout. It's like people on these some of these prepper channels, and they're loading down all this stuff, and it's kind of it's kind of hard to walk a half mile when you're loaded down. This is a good trail though. It's all flat. It's easy through here. Yeah, some people hike in with their drone. Shooter FPV saying he puts his in a backpack, hikes in, and that's kind of fun too. That's what a lot of people do. They do a bit of a hike to get to a peak, and then you have a sick spot to fly. So not only do you get some exercise, you also get a good flight in. That's a win-win. And you know, today is a good day to drink a lot of water, get some exercise. Last night, I was out late with the guys. We were doing some bar hopping, so you know, today's a good day. A good day to work that shit out. You know what I mean? Work that alcohol out. Get it out of your system. So, yeah, this is part 2. And man, part 1 was pretty serious. So hopefully if you watched part 1 already, you're feeling a little more relaxed now after like kind of just getting some like just getting some idea of what we can do going forward. Because look at that, I got my little friend there, Mark V, on the outside of my Ruck. Try to bring all my FPV gear with me on these hikes. Somebody spray painted a dick on that tree right there. I don't know why. Just a random dick on a tree. I'm not seeing shit, right? That's a dick. That's a dick on a tree. Dick in a box. feeling it, boys. It's good. I like this pack. I want one a little bit smaller. So yeah, we saw Jelly Roll and Post Malone. Must have been about 2 weeks ago. They were here in Portland. It was a good show. Now this section right here, check us out. This will be a really awesome spot to whoop. All up through that tree canopy. Inside here, there's a lot of room for whooping. You know, I think probably the toughest thing about in here is it is pretty thick down in here. So if I had to if I crashed over in there somehow, there's no way to turtle mode out of that, probably. And the other thing I'm worried about in there is poison oak. White boys don't react well to poison oak. Shooter say you go from Metallica to Zeppelin to 80s new wave. Yeah, I can see that. I can follow that playlist. There's a really good new wave channel on Sirius. I forgot what it's called. I used to listen to that one all the time. They do some pretty deep tracks. Like they would pull stuff up that I hadn't heard in like 35 years. Welcome to the chat, Unlisted. Welcome to the live stream. So we're just part 2. We're just following up on some of the saga with DJI and this 30-day window that they have now for the FCC, or not the FCC, it's the Section 232. We're talking about this piece of paper right here. So U.S. Commerce Department, they opened the Section 232 National Security Investigation on the import of drones from DJI and Alto. So we went through this pretty much, it's 8 pages of things that are going to possibly occur that started on, so this was, and this article said it was quietly launched on July 1st. So quietly launched. That means that by the end of July, it only became public July 15th. So we're more than halfway through right now, but it says that there's a 21-day public comment period, but I don't know if there's 21 days left in July after July 15th. Somebody do the math on that. So you guys want my opinion on if I think DJI, you guys probably already know what my opinion on if I think DJI is going to be banned or not. I mean, what do you guys think I think? All the stuff I read, every time I look at the drone news, it's the same thing every single time I come back to it. It's oh well, they got 2 years, or now it's just for federal use, or now they got 6 months, now they got 5 months, now now they got 30 days. Oh, now they got 2 weeks. I did read DJI's white paper. Yep, of course. Talking about encryption and user protection, and being able to turn off all outside communications on all their enterprise drones to start, which is good. So, I mean, I think it's a little bit too late for that, though. I think it's a little bit too late for that. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you guys think DJI will be banned this year? What's your gut? What's your gut feeling on it? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think. Because I have a suspicion. I mean, I'm very suspect about the whole thing. I think one of the big focuses right now is definitely counter drone tech. Getting that in place, very important for not just the U.S. All countries need to be safe from that type of stuff. I see a bunny rabbit. And you wanna make sure all those systems are completely contained, right? And you know, there's not any. It's just too easy for a foreign country to spy on all of us today. But like a lot of people said in their rebuttals, is that, I mean, we have cell phones, right? You can always get communications, and they can always tap into your text messages and all that shit, which we know has also been happening the last who knows how many years. So phones aren't safe. I mean, a toaster oven with Wi-Fi. And so, I mean, pretty much everything is IoT. IoT, there's just nothing. You have to go live in a cabin in the woods to get away from data, uh, any type of data mining these days. Every single thing you do on the internet is mined and saved somewhere in a server, you know, on thousands and thousands of servers around the world. So it's like your digital footprint goes everywhere. And there's just really no way to stop that at this point, especially with AI coming through. Um, once AI hits once AI hits like full speed ahead, like it's already just going up and up all the time, faster and faster. You know, it's gonna definitely change a whole lot. So AUVSI has a lot to do with it, and corporate interests. Imagine that, corporate interests. I mean, you guys knew that. I mean, it's the same in commercial fishing. Like, the small fishermen guys have been put out of business by giant regulation. So, yes, it's true. I carry multiple pairs of sunglasses with me. I just like these better because they're polarized. Always have a backup pair of sunglasses. So, Pilot Institute said it's being driven by American drone lobby. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I think a lot of it. I mean, it's one or the other, or it's both, right? It's one or the other, or it's both. How's it going, Coleman Tube 49? Welcome to the stream, my friend. We are on the trail, doing a little bit of ruck with Eberly stock. This is a sort of a lightweight assault pack. No dangerous items in my pack. Except for maybe water, you could choke on that. Yeah, it is. It is quite toasty out today. But I think it's hotter on the East Coast. If you're on the East Coast, let me know where you're streaming in from. Let me know where you're joining us from. And so this thing's crazy right here. Check this out. My kids call this a witch's house. They say that my kids tell me that when you go in this house, that once you go inside the door, it's like a giant haunted house on the inside. It's way bigger on the inside once you open the door. You know, kids' imagination, right? That's a spooky ass looking little house, isn't it? Look at the roof. There's no way up to it. I'm sure the kids climb up there. It's so strange. It's probably just a pump house. But if you're a kid watching, I'm sure it's a witch's house. Look at that. It looks like something that would be on the cover of like a kid's, like a little Halloween book or something. Hansel and Gretel. But I love that. My daughter said that was a witch's house that looks small on the outside, but when you go in, it's a huge haunted house on the inside, like the Addams Family house. Wow, it's been 90 in Rhode Island. It's pretty warm for Rhode Island. I'm sure New York is just I used to live in Brooklyn, and I can't imagine how hot Brooklyn is this summer. New York always has hot summers, though. How are you doing?
You didn't lose the cord, did you, for the charger?
Oh, it was a black cable?
Yeah, your cable.
Yeah.
You did lose
Maybe
it.
one back that way?
Well, I hung it on by the garbage can.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Probably fell out of my pocket. I had a USB-C cable for charging the phone.
I figured it looked like it could be you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of strung around where the pooper papers are.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good one. I appreciate you. Thank you. Apparently, I dropped my USB-C charging cable back there. That was very nice of her. Good Samaritan. They're everywhere. One thing I don't have in this pack, which I should have, is some good med kit type stuff, like a nice little IFAK or something like that in here. That'd be a good thing just to toss in here. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on a hike and you just do something really stupid and all of a sudden you're just like gushing blood. I was doing some mountain biking like during the pandemic and the fires and all that stuff here in Oregon, and I caught my knee on my mountain bike pedal and I ripped it wide open at like 2 in the morning in the middle of nowhere, and I had nothing to deal with that except for paper towels and Jack Daniels. So that's a pretty good combination, paper towels and Jack Daniels. Just what the doctor ordered. Oh, look at that. Like she said, there is my cable. Marked with a C. I have so many cables in the shop, I have to mark everything because when I look at the wall, I have a big hook that I hang all my cables on, and they're just all hanging on one big hook. And so you can't, when you go to grab a cable, you can't tell what anything is. So if it's labeled, you can find it much quicker. I use like a little paint marker on them. Makes it a lot easier. Find it quick. Yeah, I thought this would be fun today. I thought this would be a little bit different than just, sitting in the studio with the AC and the lights on and in the comfy space. And I felt inspired to sweat today because of our man Jelly. Yeah, that's some exercise. It's like humbling. Really is. Totally humbling. And I'm not completely alone out here. Some people passing by. And that's the thing about the States right now, man. Like the population is so, especially in the Northeast where you guys are in the Northeast, you can't go anywhere without having somebody around. I grew up sometimes like in the winter, there wouldn't be very many people around, and we could go out in the woods and stuff. You wouldn't see anybody out there except for you and your friends. I was on one of these trails here in Oregon. I needed to take a piss, so I just went over to this tree, started peeing. About the time I started peeing, here comes this girl on a bicycle, all by herself, and she looks at me riding by. She goes, "Just when you thought you were alone." Now flip the script on that. What if a guy said that to a girl? That would not be cool. That was very nice of that lady to tell me about our cable. One more cable back in the studio that we'll need for later. Charging up these coveted DJI mics. The only thing is this is the mic too. It's a little bit bigger. I like that it has this magnetic spot on it. Upstate West Virginia, very thin from people. That's because you got a bunch of meth labs up there in the hills, right? Nobody's gonna go fucking around up there, right? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Hey, you got the same shit here in Oregon. You can't go hiking around like 30, 40, 50 miles back in the backcountry like you used to be able to. You mess around and run into some cartel back in random areas. Who the hell knows? Not something you want to do. This pack is not getting any lighter. Be a good hour hike today. Just a short one. 30 minutes in, 30 minutes out. One step at a time. You know, old Jelly Roll was talking about some of the first like walking that he did, some of the first hikes. He was saying like, I mean, he was over 500 pounds. So he was just walking to the end of the block, down to the stop sign and back, just getting out of his house and going walking down about one block. And that's difficult, you know, if you're really out of shape. When I started to try to run 20 years ago, that's what I did. But I ran down to the end of my street. And it's funny because when I went out on this first run, like trying to get in shape, one of my old coaches came driving by and he saw me running. He was like, "Hey man, good for you." So that kind of inspired me to keep going, you know. I was so happy that somebody saw me running. Justin Doty, welcome to the chat, bro. Seneca rocks. I should check it out. I should. Just doing a little rucking today. We got some folks coming through here running right now with a dog, looks like. It's a popular trail. How's it going? How are you?
All right.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Heating up, heating up. Sasquatch. There could be some Sasquatch. Oh.